Hey, good morning, my friends. Good Friday morning. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa with the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Consumers Energy. We're going to talk about freezing temperatures for a couple of mornings. Very typical still at this time of the year, April 19th. So remember, our frost-free dates are usually in May, even for the far southern part of the state. Typical frost-free dates are a couple of weeks away. So the freezing temperatures this weekend in the mornings, pretty typical. And then it does look like we rebound and see a fairly sustained, really mid-spring-like temperature pattern coming up. And we'll detail that here for you in just a moment. We've had some showers overnight. Last bits of those wetness showers moving out of Oscoda now, out of Tawas, Standish, Augrey, moving through the thumb, sparse in nature, while the rest of the state has drying and some clearing skies. Hey, good morning, Fran Furchak and Jack Kramer. Thanks for watching. Judy Warner, Carrie Draper from Kingsley. Good morning to you. All right, so what is normal? We always got to check back in with this at this time of the year because the sun is gaining power so quickly. So April 19th, our average high. That means the last 30 years, April 19th, we average the temperature, and it's 60 in Detroit, Ann Arbor, Kalamazoo, Jackson. 59 Lansing, Flint, Grand Rapids, 58 Saginaw, 55 Cadillac, 55-ish Traverse City, upper 40s in the UP. And let's just go, toward the end of April, and we gain about another 4 degrees over the next 2 weeks and get us into the low 60s. So eventually when I start talking about warmer than normal weather and you look at low 60s toward the end of April, that means we'd be solidly into the 60s, and maybe some days on a southwest wind we would be in the 70s, not unheard of. All right, so what about precipitation today? The precipitation is, I would call it, pretty much done, except for right along the shoreline for the next hour or so, and before the lake effect rain and snow showers kick into the area. So here's your radar forecast. We go to noon and we're dry, and yeah, you see the blues speckles popping up there. That is snowfall. Hey, thank you, Fran Furchak. You have a wonderful day too. What will La Nina affect us this summer, Bob Clark? I'll be working on that. The one thing that we've noticed over time is that when El Nino switches to La Nina, there have been 4 or 5 years that have turned hot and dry in the middle part of the country in the summer. This is tonight, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. We're starting to get the cold air coming across Lake Michigan, and that means the lake effect spurts of rain can start to develop around Frankfort and Traverse City and Cadillac and Charlevoix. And then as we go through the late evening to 11 o'clock right there, midnight, we can start to get snow showers across northern Michigan. Ground is warm. You don't wake up to any accumulation, but it's certainly possible. All right, now what's going to happen? The main theme here is, I would say through next Wednesday, it's more days colder than normal than warmer than normal, and you can see why. This pocket of cold air drops south. This is Saturday. This is Sunday. Sunday's dry. We'll look at it a little bit closer in detail here in just a second. This is the big picture. Monday, we return to a southwesterly wind, and Tuesday, we warm up. Then another cold front comes through, and a little batch of cold air, which was expected to be Tuesday and Wednesday. Now it looks like it's only Wednesday. We're back to Thursday, and we're warming aloft. And then that's when we feel like we evolve to a southwesterly flow. And as we go into next weekend, it's quite a bit warmer. And we go 10 days out to April 29th, and the cold air has retreated, and we might have a trough. That's a U-shaped bend in the jet stream out west, and that usually puts us into a southwesterly flow and fairly mild to warm temperatures. So closer look. Here's our rain that moved through this morning. And then here's tomorrow during the day, the snow showers, spurts, 5-10 minute snow or rain shower in northern lower Michigan and even toward the Grand Rapids area. It's cold enough aloft for a lake effect. Sunday's dry, we're burning off the chill in the morning. And then there's that cold front comes through Tuesday night into Wednesday. And then as we go to a southwesterly flow, the precipitation will change nature to a more warm, very spring-like type thing. Connie Ray Castle rubbing it in. Mark down in Florida today, 88. All right, more high temperatures. Kind of, deceiving, still a little mild in the southeast. Chilly, Traverse City only in the 40s today, UP in the 30s. Tomorrow I would call it hot soup day. You know how we get adjusted where we think that 60 and 70 is warm, and then all of a sudden when it's in the 40s it feels really cold, versus in early March when it's in the 40s we're running around in shorts. Now this is Sunday. So we're back to 50 to 55 in most places by Sunday afternoon. And Monday we're back to near 60 in most places. And Tuesday we're in the 60s ahead of the cold front, maybe in the 50s with the rain showers. Wednesday in the 50s. Thursday back to the low 60s. Friday maybe approaching 70. Next Saturday, this is pretty far out to believe a model, but the overall pattern says that we could have some 70s and next Sunday too. So what it says is that the cold's going to work itself out. Weather for April 27th. I don't know if I go that far. Okay, that's next Saturday. I would say next Saturday looks pretty warm. These are the low temperatures. So tomorrow morning, we will probably have freezing temperatures in the interior sections of northern lower. And Sunday morning, we will probably have freezing temperatures in most of Michigan because it will clear out and the winds will die down. Monday morning, we could also have freezing temperatures. And then the temperatures rebound some. Okay. Now, this is the upper level temperature anomaly, just to show you the change in weather patterns. So here's our cold patch this weekend, and then it starts to shift off, and then here's a little bit of a cold patch next Wednesday, and then you can start to get a feel for how the warmth. So this is next Saturday, running about 10-15 degrees warmer than normal. And, we're out at April 29th, and it generally looks like warmer than normal. Let's look at the long term. Okay. 6 to 10 day forecast next week has us about normal. 8 to 14 day forecast has us starting to move into the warmer than normal conditions. And I just wrote a post about this already this morning. Yeah, I've been at it already. This is the brand new May forecast, and lo and behold, look at what they do with Michigan. The highest chance of warmer than normal conditions and about normal on the precipitation. So, as I always have to say, it's just a waiting game here for the next season if you like it. And if you like true spring weather, waiting game isn't long. I would call it next Thursday. I think true spring weather will settle in for the most part. So, hey, thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Consumers Energy. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Have yourselves a great weekend. Frost and or freeze, especially Sunday morning and Monday morning for just about all of us, probably. Take care.